6.
Well,
headed out to start disking our fields up where we intend to plant corn. That's usually the first crop that we get in. So we're headed out today. Gonna get them disked up a couple of times, get them ready to put some fertilizer on, then we'll just fertilizer in, then we'll go in and plant them. After we get them planted, before it comes up, we'll go ahead and spray them and try to time it if we can to a front coming through with some rain, hopefully.
What we did, we came in, we fertilized this clover last month, and as you can see, it's this non-typical clover. It's luscious, we got a great stand. This particular plot we mowed last week. We mowed almost all of our clover last week. We're almost to the point where we need to spray it, but as you can see, this has healthy roots. The deer are starting to browse it, deer, rabbits, turkey. Clover is probably one of our most important ingredients. It's a year-round food source, and it starts early. It's probably the hardest working plant we got on the whole farm, because it doesn't matter if it's dead of winter and it's the first thing greening up. We don't have the beans we just planted yesterday, so obviously they're not going to be ready for forage for a couple of more weeks. But the clover, deer have been eating on it for
Ever since it started to green up, yeah.
Months.
Even in the winter, in late fall last year, it stayed warm so long the deer were still hitting the clover. In the later months, they usually don't. And we probably got about 20 clover fields. This is probably one of our smaller ones, and they require a little maintenance. I mean, you got to go in and spray them and mow them and take care of them, but other than that right there, they'll last 4 or 5 years. So they've been great for us and help to keep our deer healthy for sure.
Absolutely. Let's go over here and look at this other field. We can show you a little more a variety of weeds that we're having to deal with and the ones we're about to spray. This particular plot right here is one of our older plots, so it has a lot more grass. It has a lot more dandelions, and it's a bigger plot, so it's easy to kind of get away from you. But we did mow it last week, and I think the plan is to spray it next couple of days and hopefully clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll spray some broadleaf and grass herbicides on it, and that'll take out most of the stuff you see right here.
Yeah, people ask us all the time, what do you spray on clover? You know, this week we're going to spray 2,4-DB. That's what we're going to spray on this, but you can never go wrong contacting your local ag office, asking them, tell them what you got in your plots, what are you trying to get rid of, and they'll tell you for your area what works best. We're well underway in spring planting season here. Turkey season's coming to an end. What we have going on here is a field we call Ruby CRP. Last year I had corn here, I had beans over here. We're flip-flopping that. We rotate our crops pretty much 90% of the time. We're always rotating them. If it's a small plot that we want to keep beans in, or maybe rotate it with a brassica or deer radishes, we're doing that as well. But in this plot, it has a lot of edges. We got the woods edge right there. We got that stand right here that I call the matrix. We got these hedge apples about 60 yards away, and so when this corn comes up and meets these beans, that will provide an edge. Deer love edges. They love to walk the edge of beans. They like to walk the edge of going downwind of the corn. They like to scrape these edges. They like everything about this plot, but this year I'm going to save out about 1/3 of this plot. I'm going to probably come in here, let the deer get some protein off the beans, and take about 1/3 of the an acre out, I guess, and put some deer radishes in, and just give deer a little bit more to eat early season. This is when we start our food plot architecture. This is, April, May, this is when we start to try to figure out, start thinking about what these deer are going to be thinking come fall, where they're going to want to be. Are we going to have the food here for them? Are we going to have enough for them to get all the way to late season? So this is a critical time in planning for a successful deer season, and we're going to do all we can right now.
This field right here is probably one of the most famous fields on this farm. Right here is where Goliath come out back in December of 2009. The reason we're out here to look at this field, we want to try to do something different with it. It's really a winter, it's a late season field where we really come in here and spend a lot of time. It's hard to hunt in the fall just because the deer move around so much in this spot. What we plan on doing is putting some clover on this east end, and hopefully the deer will work up through here to get into the grains when late season comes. So, you know, we try to look at some of the fields that maybe hadn't been as productive as some of the other ones in the fall and change them up a little bit. Here we are today on a field that we burned about 3 weeks ago. As you can see, the grass is starting to really come up good. There's not as many weeds in it, but there's still a few popping up here and there, but the deer and the turkey, they're really loving it. And it's just part of the process that you do when you got warm season grasses, and it really benefits it to put a fire to it.
Hey guys, thanks for watching episode 2 of The Process. Comment below, let us know what you'd like to see featured in future episodes. And if you missed last episode, click right here. And when you can, subscribe right here. Until next time, 4 more months until deer season. Y'all stay strong.